5 a.m, Apollo Bay Harbour. Today we are targeting the mighty southern bluefin tuna. Whether you want to keep a feed or release a fish, we're going to try and show you everything you need to do to become a dead set tuna champion.
They say he who does the miles gets the rewards. Aaron, we've done about 80 miles to get out of Apollo Bay today.
We have.
It's a little fresh. I feel like
hits me in the head.
I feel like I should be in the fisherman's granddad. But they say this afternoon the weather's improving. Mate, there's bait everywhere. Should there be fish everywhere?
There's going to be fish everywhere. We're going to do our best today, hopefully get a big barrel tuna. We've got water temp, we've got the oil rig holding bait, the fish are pushing it off the rig, and I reckon we're going to have game on.
Well, I've set myself a fishing goal for the day. I'd just like to still be standing at the end of it.
Tight.
Fish on. That's a weird bite.
That'll go, it's going to go. Another one, oh, another one, just hit that one.
Yeah.
Oh, another one.
Another one. It's fishing now. That's a big fish. We actually saw him on the sounder.
Tell this.
No, you're right.
Tell this formula we're tight.
Let the formula know we're tight.
We're on shotgun, we're on shotgun.
They're going to run over it.
Stop the boat.
This shotgun is out wide. This boat's running over it. We actually saw fish come up behind two of the lines and smack them. The birds are going nuts. We had dolphins, we had seals out, we're clearing rods. It was out of control.
I'll do this, you get that. Got me something down here too.
Look at this. That was mind-blowing. We saw it from about 2 kilometres away. It looks like a scene from Alfred Hitchcock and the Birds. As we got closer, Chris literally yelled out, "Look at the barrel tuna." The screen was thick. We're about half empty. Woo!
Just popped him.
I think it might have.
I think we just popped him.
I think it just fell off and we turned. All over. That's just cruel. How often's that happen?
To be honest with you, not a lot. Once
Very
they're usually
rare.
on, they're on.
That was a monstrous fish. All we can do, get back in there and try and hook up again.
Let's go again.
Heartbreaking. Sorry, boys.
Interesting fact, behind me is the anchor from the 147-foot speculant built in Scotland in 1895. She was rounding Cape Otway in 1911 when she hit rocks and went down. In 1969 they retrieved the anchor and now she sits on the shoreline.
I just got
You
bit.
just got stolen, I reckon.
I just got
You're
bit.
on. You're on.
Yep. This is a small fish, but look at this. Look at what's in the water here. And we're pulling tuna out of the middle of it. Look at the seals. Look at the dolphins, and the pillies are so thick, the water is just black. This fish just grew a bit. Look at this life out here. Don't worry about my fishing rod and reel. Look at this life. So what's happened? The bait is being pushed up from the depth through 80 metres of water. The pilchards are being pushed up by tuna and dolphins. The seals then come down and hit the bait as it comes up. The birds then attack it from the top. It's how the world goes around. Just imagine how much bait needs to be eaten every day to feed all these hungry mouths. when you're chasing these fish, you need to make sure you got serious gear. As the boys behind us have just hooked up on a nice fish. This is one of the new Shimano switch bait rods, rated 24, 37 kilo, and a Stella 18,000. You never know what's going to come next. You might literally hook the monster. You could get one 10 kilos, you've got to be prepared. Well, I was saying earlier that my fishing goal for the day was just be still standing at the end. But the way we're going, Red, I might be sleeping on the way in.
Well, I reckon it's going to be a 2.5 hour steam back, so.
Yep. But this is serious. Like, this is not something everybody's going to do. But if you ever get the opportunity, talk to the team at Gone Fishing Charters. They know their stuff, and they'll bring you out here in absolute luxury and do it the right way. I've got to say, the fishing's good, but the coffee and the bacon and egg saggers, they're exceptional.
Can you hurry up and get this in? There's more fish to catch.
I'm trying, mate.
I want a shot.
So for people wondering, it's 85 pound Fins 40G braid, super thin, but really, really good on these big fish.
You're getting pretty close here, mate. You got colour. Here comes your wine on, Paul.
There he is. He looks solid.
Yeah.
Looks really solid. And he's doing that tuna pinwheel. I get near the boat and they go around in circles. Called the pinwheel. He's a nice fish. Oh, that's a nice fish. Bail arms open.
That's right, I'll lift it in,
You're
Paul.
right, mate. That's a good bluefin.
That's heavy. Thanks, Brendo.
Look at that. That's a beautiful fish. That is amazing. I have never in my life been able to cast unweighted pillies at Southern Bluefin Tuna like this. I'll lift him, mate. You get the net out.
Sure. 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Put the hooks in the net, maybe. That's it. Look at that. And the beauty of this whole Tuna Champions thing. Come down here, Red. Come down and talk to me. The beauty of what we're trying to achieve is that we want the ability to make sure these fish are here forever. But if you decide to take a fish, that's okay too, because we're going to not waste one single morsel. Now the choice is yours. I know you love your Southern Bluefin Tuna.
You love it more.
I love it so much. Do we take this fish? Do we icky-jam it, look after it, put it on ice?
Why is everyone behind us not in their heads?
The decision is final. We have 1, 2, 3, 6 people nodding yes. So we're going to choose to take this fish. That's great. We've looked after it. We're going to quickly brain spike it, bleed it. Then we're going to put the wire through the spinal cord, get it on ice. We'll do that quickly. In fact, the crew's going to do it while we catch some more fish. How good is this? How good's Apollo Bay? How good's Red? And how good's Gone Fishing Charters? Ask for the short macchiato with the almond soy. It's Chris's favourite.
Interesting fact, the Apollo Bay Hotel behind me was built by Mr. George Gosby in 1885 and at the time had 30 rooms. It remained almost unchanged for 70 years, and I'm here to tell you another interesting fact, the Parmigiana, the chicken one, OMG, it's good.
So we just tried something different. It's a bait. On. Red's on. It's a bait ball here. We thought we'd try a pilly, and as you can see, it worked. Aaron's hooked a fish straight away. Look at the bait in the water here. It's out of control. Just trying something different, and it worked a treat.
So what we've done is Paul just said, changed it up. Lures, got a bit timid on the lures. We've got a lot of bait next to us as I'm holding onto this thing. And I'm not far away if someone wants to give me a hand.
Nice fish, mate.
You grab that leader?
Yep. This is just out of control, chaotic, literally people running everywhere, tuna going everywhere, bait going everywhere. It's unbelievable.
Look after this fish, Paulie.
Yep. Nice fish, mate, nice fish.
Circle hook should be hooked perfectly in the corner of the jaw.
Oops. There we go.
As it is, bail arms off.
Straight up onto the mat. And this fish is going back, so we've got the knot-free net, the fish-friendly net. As you'll see, circle hook perfect there, Aaron. You can pull that out.
I'll get that net out of the way for you.
There we go. Lay him on there, you can pull that hook out for us. Beautiful, mate. Got the fish laying on the foam. It's nice and wet because this fish is going back. How you going there, mate?
Yep, doing their job.
Beautiful. It's all about if you ain't going to keep a fish, make sure you look after it, keep it in pristine condition. This one is about to be released before it goes nuts. Here we go.
Nicely done, mate.
Ready for a 9 out of 10. Well done, Az.
Let's get a big one.
Let's get back on there, Chris, because that is going nuts. All about remembering that the best time to catch a fish is within 10 minutes of having caught a fish. So We've had serious action, fish in the boat, it's going nuts, got to get our lines back in the water.
So the barrels and the bigger fish are pushed right down deep. So what we're doing is waiting for that tide change. So we move close to the rig where all the school fish are holding.
So the rig, simply a pilly on a Gamakatsu 9.0 inline circle hook. Much better chance of the jaw hook up when you've got that inline circle. 150 pound instinct leader and a very small crimp, holding the whole situation together.
Oh, yep, just got bit.
Hey, you're on.
Yep. Oh, that was cool.
I was behind you. Watch your line screaming across the top.
And the amazing thing, the reason I was feeling the line out is because, you lost a couple.
That's a good fish. That's a real good fish.
He's growing. You lost a couple pillies.
I did.
So I actually was holding the braid in my fingers, just feeling, and he went good. It's really important when you're doing
It's a good fish.
When you're doing this stuff that your gear is perfect, you know your knots are secure, you know your braid is fresh, so you've got total confidence fighting these fish. These fish are like athletes, and when they work really hard, lactic acid builds up in the muscles, and when that happens, the fish aren't as good to eat. So if you plan on eating a tuna, as I plan on eating this one, really important to end the fight as quick as you can. Get that fish in so the flesh is in absolute premium condition. Fish is here, Az.
Yep.
Straight in. Beautiful. Just come straight back, and the fish goes onto our mat. Really important to look after this flesh. The mat's been wet down. There's our beautiful tuna. I'm slipping all over the place. Look at that. What a magnificent fish, mate.
Beautiful.
There you go. Net should slide out. And that fish can lay there. Come on. Tell you what, if I put my hand over the eye too, you'll see it'll calm the fish. And you'll see, there's our octopus circle right in the corner of the jaw. That's what we want. Now, that pushes out. Because we plan to eat this fish, really important to spike it first. So this is my Icky Jimmy tool. Basically, it's designed to spike the brain of the fish. Can you just hold the back of the fish for me, Aaron?
Sure.
That goes straight in the brain, you'll see there now. And that fish is now brain dead. So, the beautiful thing about spiking the fish is that now the fish is brain dead, his vital organs are still working, so we can bleed this fish and he'll pump all of that blood out of his body. In comes the little tool, and I'm going to come behind here, Az, just on that line there.
Yep.
With a little spike. And then you'll see the fish is bleeding. Now, it might look gruesome at home, but that gives you perfect sashimi because the heart is still pumping. As I said, the brain is now dead and it is pumping that blood out of the body. We're going to flip the fish to the other side, and this is how you get premium sashimi or premium bluefin tuna. So now again, just behind the pectoral fin, you have to go deep, a little cut, and there he goes there, look at that. And all that blood is now coming out of the fish, and it will not be in your beautiful fish when you eat it. If you're going to go to the trouble to catch a southern bluefin tuna, or any tuna for that matter, Aaron, it is so important that you get the best out of that fish, isn't it?
100%. All right, Paul, so we've bled it, we've spiked it, what's next?
The next process is known as pithing, and what we basically do is take a knife, literally just knock the scalp off the top there where we put the ikijimi in, and then we feed this wire down the entire length of the spinal column. So you imagine a vertebrae, the spinal column actually runs in the middle.
Yep.
If you do this quickly like we're about to, it'll actually take the nervous system away from the fish as we push down. That way there'll be no tensing at all, and the flesh will taste absolutely amazing.
Perfect.
If you can wire me, I'll give it a go.
Let's go.
So basically just come in here, and it's a matter of literally just cutting away that soft bit of flesh, and I can actually see where this wire is going to go in. There's a little gristly bit just there, and I feed it, and it pushes in like that, and that is now running all the way through the spine. See that disappear? And you'll feel that, you feel the vibration as he moves. That
See
goes
through,
through, yep. And that is the entire length of that fish. And that fish is now totally gone, totally bled. There is no more twitching whatsoever. Now all I'm going to do is remove the guts and then fill the cavity with ice, and this is going to be absolutely amazing. If you're going to go to the effort to catch these fish, they are some of the best quality eating fish in the world, Red. You want to make sure you look after them.
Spot on.
We've called in Chris from Gone Fishing Charters. He has cleaned more tuna than I've had hot dinners. Now, Chris, it's important to get the guts out very quickly. How do you go about it?
We just detach that gill from the actual head, cut the membrane that comes in around the fish, and everything should come out all at once.
There she goes. That can go for a swim, mate. Now it's a matter of putting that fish in, and it's important to actually stuff that cavity that we've created with salt water and ice. Now the reason we get this slurry going, Red, is to get the temperature of that tuna as close to zero as quick as possible. It's ideal to get a fish in a slurry within about 5 to 10 minutes of getting it on the boat if you physically can. One thing people don't know, a school tuna, about 25 to 40 kilos, should be left in a nice slurry for up to 6 hours, and a bigger fish up to 100 kilos should actually be in a nice slurry for over 24 hours at times to chill it right down. And the reason we leave the skin on, it just gives it a nice protective coating. This fish is going to taste absolutely primo.